Join me and Yonam this and every weekday on Joy Prime for the Ghanaian farmer. The Ghanaian farmer, business, tilling the land.
Bible is not a textbook like chemistry textbook. It's a spirit. There are no controversies. Righteousness is defined by God. What he says you are is what you are. There's no teaching in the scriptures that will be left untaught.
Has Christianity always been one of the religions in the world to you?
Christianity is not a religion, neither is it a joining of a church and doing the Christian things like praying and giving and so on. Hallelujah. Christianity is the outworking of God's own kind of life received into the spirit of a man. Whoa! This divine life in the heart of a man makes him righteous, keeps him healthy, divinely guided in life, prosperous and victorious.
Springboard Hangouts is fun-filled, educative, and impactful virtual and TV conversations for young people. Discover and engage success stories and life lessons in the agriculture, agribusiness, and ATVET sectors. Join Comfort Okran on this adventurous and life-transforming journey this and every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Joy Prime and on Facebook at Comfort Okran and Ghana Grows. If you're a young person and you want to be a part of our various interventions, call or WhatsApp us on 0308-255-775 or visit www.springboard.com.
Mankene numu eteshi.
Hello there, it's good to be with you here again on Prime Insights on the Joy Prime channel. Always good to connect with you on Saturday mornings because quite a lot happens whenever the week starts, isn't it, in terms of political rhetoric and all the developments. But this is where we, of course, draw the battle line for ideas on the way to shape our country and to move it forward in terms of development. Hello there and welcome to Prime Insight again. I am Blessed Sogah. And of course, we will be heading into a number of stories for you this week on our radar as we discuss and dissect all of the issues with my panelists for the morning. But wherever you're joining us from, we're grateful that you're making time with us here on Prime Insight. And of course, this is not just another talk shop. It's the battleground for ideas, as well as we look at a number of issues which happen starting this week. Then, of course, we'll have my panelists dig into it. After we're done, we'll also have some interventions from our audience, both online and in studio. That's how inclusive the show is. So then we're open to having more and more of your comments as we go along the show. But let me especially welcome you and give you a sense of what we're looking at this morning. Quite a lot happened at the start of the week. Almost two demonstrations, we understand, have taken place. The first one was about illegal mining. And then after the illegal mining, then brothers and sisters in the NPP decided to stage another protest. This time round, they're asking President Mahama to check what they call harassment. And of course, they believe that state-sponsored harassment by security agencies is what is becoming a challenge for many within the NPP. Some have been picked up already. Some spent some time at Yoko, the Ghana Police Service custody. And all of these things they believe are politically motivated, a reason for which they want the president to act on this. So what would the president do about it? And should the president even, take their concerns into account in the first place? There is illegal mining. And now, in terms of that fight, we know that we're not doing quite well as a nation. The president says state of emergency should be the last resort. Now we're being told that government may go with security spots or security zones. So now the military will be deployed to some specific, forest reserve areas, and then we'll have constant military presence in those places. Will that be the best approach out of it? Now that we're learning of very shocking details, even illegal mining is now creeping into the energy sector because the pylons from Gridco and others, we understand, are becoming endangered simply because illegal miners want to dig below or beneath all of these pylons. That's how sad the state is in terms of our fight against illegal mining. And of course, many are asking that, why don't you go, full haul? Let's do the state of emergency. Well, government says, let's hold on with that. So we'll, find out from my guest shortly what should be done about that. Then there's also the address by President John Dramani Mahama at the just ended United Nations General Assembly. It's been 80 years of the UNGA, and the president decided to take center stage and make some bold pronouncements. Some say that our posturing, especially those on the minority side of the House in Parliament, say that posturing would not help our long-standing neutrality on the global stage. What do we do about all of that? And specifically knowing that the president has spoken about some reforms at the UN and also his position on the war in Gaza. So all of these issues will be on the table for us this morning. You're welcome to Prime Insight. And when we get back from this short break, we'll be telling you who my guests are. And then, of course, my audience are also seated. So we'll get into all of that for you shortly. Please stay here. Okay, time now to move into action. And let me tell you about my guests for today. Awal Mohammed is a member of the National Communications Team for the New Patriotic Party. Awal, it's good to see you this morning. The last time, of course, our conversation was very heated. And so I was really, really afraid that, well, he wouldn't turn up again. But he's done that. It shows the courage in him and ready to march against harassment, as his party says. His party says there's too much harassment in the system. We'll get into that for you shortly. Stephen Atubiga used to be a member of the NDC. Now he's the founder and leader of the National Liberation Congress.
Yes.
Are you going back to the NDC soon?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I have a party. You have your own home. Why go to another place? But in politics, there's always an alliance.
I see. Yeah. Alliance, he likes to call it. Strategic one, of course.
Yes.
Steve, it's good to see you this morning. And then he ran for president. Unfortunately, Ghanaians did not believe that the dual police should be broken, but he still believes in that idea. And I'm talking about Kofi Kranti, who is the 2024 independent presidential candidate, joining us this morning. Kofi, it's good to see you. It's been a while.
I know. Congratulations. Love your show.
Yeah.
Obviously, the powers that be heard, and but we proud of you, Blessed. We're proud of you, and we think this is going to do well.
It should. How is life treating you after the 2024 elections, by the way?
Life is life. Disappointments. Disappointments. A lot of disappointments because you see what goes on in Ghana. I mean, I just came from Circle.
Yeah.
And when you take a look and you travel around, which I have traveled extensively, the CBD of any capital city tells you the state, the mind of the leadership. Go to Circle. You get to Circle, that's the state of the government in Circle. homelessness, sick people, no order, filth, noise. The whole place is broken down. So it's sad to have to see this constantly. Everywhere you go, there is a glimpse of things not being done well. You go to the ministries, toilets are not working. There are no bathroom tissue. Faucets are broken, handles are, I mean, who runs this country? You drive on the street, potholes. I'm just coming through. I'm like, how do you get these, Abusokai, I don't know how long it's been since you've been there. They put up a new dual carriageway, highway, and the extension of that is like we were in Afghanistan for a war or something, like craters in, why? I mean, what, how do we think as a people? It bothers me.
Right.
It bothers me, and, you know, Ghanaians, of course, we're not at the point where we could question these two political parties, so it's the circus continues.
We wait to see what more inroads you'll be making in the next elections. The belief is you'll be running again, I believe.
We'll see.
Okay, yeah, let's see about that. Anyway, so let's get into the items for today. Should we start off with the harassment of NPP members? Is that the case? Well, help us understand why you were on the streets earlier this week, led by your national organizer, and your national youth organizer was also a part of that. Your claim is that the NDC is harassing members of your party. Why?
Thank you so much, and good morning to our cherished viewers and my co-panelists, and thank you so much for the opportunity. I am a member of the Bawumia campaign team. Dr. Bawumia just finished his tour of the Eastern region yesterday, and he is doing it in a cluster, meeting constituency executives, former party executives who are voters, and so on. And some of us are also on the grounds working for him. We are upbeat that it will be an endorsement, not less than 80%, inshallah.
80%?
So, yes, that's what we're anticipating, inshallah. Yes, it is true that you, as a journalist, will even attest to the fact that the high-handedness in which the police is really treating some people within the MPP fraternity is something that we can say that it belongs to the 90s, because it was in the 90s that you see someone speaks on radio or writes something, then the person is hauled as a criminal. The last time I saw that, even though I read about it, was in 1998 when Malik Kwakubako and Alhaji Haruna were jailed for 30 days, and they were hauled like criminals, just like Abronye was really taken to court. That was how they were taken to court, with handcuffs. And that was the reason President Kufuor in 1998, after he got the endorsement, said he will repeal the criminal libel law. A journalist must not be treated like a criminal. There must be a decriminalization of free speech. And indeed, after that, President Akufo-Addo as Attorney General did that. So we're hoping that if someone defames you, I am against insults in any form or shape of anyone, not even a public officer. And I had never done that in my entire political life. And I will not do that, and I will not endorse that. But there is no way in our laws that says that if I insult you, I can be arrested by a police, handcuffed, and sent to court. It is not in our statutes like that.
Tell me which of the cases is a classical example of harassment of your party members?
Abronye.
Really?
Yes.
Because he supports Dr. Bawumia?
Not that. Abronye's crime was that he spoke against the IGP. And shamelessly, look at what the judge said, that we're not equal before the law. A judge who was due for retirement can even attack the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana that says that we are all equal before the law. Used dictators, people who had history of killing people, to really justify why he is incarcerating Abronye just for free speech.
Which part of the charge sheet says it's because Abronye criticized the IGP? That's why all these things happen.
The charge sheet says that he made some incendiary comments.
Yeah.
So incendiary.
But not against the IGP, is it?
Against the IGP.
I mean, which part of the charge sheet says it's against?
But why was he arrested? You are a journalist. You tell us, why was he arrested? He was arrested because he said something. He said the IGP is the dumbest he has ever seen. And there's nothing wrong with him.
You support that statement?
I don't support any insult in any form or shape. But I'm saying that if really it is you see, if the police is telling us that this is the standard process now, for instance, look at the way they arrested Yaira Abiu and the Fanti Comedy because of the things they said they didn't even say it, but they used their platform for people to say it on their TikTok platform. Just like you offering us this platform and we say things. Then you go and arrest them. After arresting them, you put handcuffs on them. After putting handcuffs on them, you did video and pictures of them. Gave it to NDC communicators to publish before you published it on your Facebook page.
That's where I don't want us to head to, is it? I mean, you're such a fine gentleman. I'm not sure you're endorsing all of these activities by these people.
I am not. I'm saying that if the police had arrested, I'm just telling you how the police arrested Yaira Abiu
is
and
the NPP not politicizing this too much? Because there's no part of the charge sheet which says, well, this is about the IGP. This is about so and so in government.
So let's leave the charge.
Yes.
I'm saying that if someone...
But you deal with the charges. So how then do you know it's because someone in government has been offended or the IGP?
So I'm coming.
Yeah.
So if someone makes an incendiary comment and the police think that the best thing is to arrest the person, and they did that with Fanti Comedy. They went to, say, Obama's house because he published something on Facebook. They went to his house, broke his door, took him out, and so on. They did all these things and brought them. So if this is the standard practice the police is telling us, we're saying that why is it that Chairman Azoka stood in Akwatia and said that if he had met the minority leader, he will cause a by-elections in his constituency.
Again, for the record, Chief Azoka, we understand, by the Ghana Police Service, has been arrested. He's been discharged for now. The case will continue.
So that is the reason we're saying that there is selective justice in this. Because you could go to Abronye's house looking for Abronye. Abronye turned himself up. You arrest him, put him in Black Maria, bring 200 police. I was in court that day, over 200 police officers, just to guard Abronye for a misdemeanor charge. You understand? On the same day, when we were calling for the arrest of Azoka, the police issued a press statement without even publishing Azoka's face. But almost all the MPP guys, they arrested them, put handcuffs on them, and published their faces. They gave the faces of these people, especially, say, Obama. We saw his face with handcuffs on NDC platforms before we saw it on the police covering. How did they get the picture without covering? I saw it on Ejiji Tamakulu's Facebook page. Ejiji Tamakulu is the director of legal for the NDC. How did he get that picture? Before the police came and covered the face and published it on their Facebook page. So we are saying that if you arrest Abronye, if you arrest Obama and publish them on your Facebook page, what prevented you from after arresting Azoka, post him also on the Facebook page to tell us that you have arrested him?
Okay, so what do you want the president to do now? Because you're asking the system to work. So if you want the system to work,
we are demanding what
do you want the president?
One is that decriminalization of the free speech. We shouldn't criminalize free speech because it's a serious affront to our constitution. Again, we think that Azoka, we have to get details of when he was arrested, because even the day he was arrested, they said they arrested him in Koforidua. They said they had granted him bail. Few minutes after, his boys did a video in Tamale where he was sitting in his famous base that we should ignore what the police had done. And the police did not also tell us which court he was going to. Look at the case of Ablekumanov. Is it not a shame as a country that people assault some people, group of people? After the assault, they were not arrested. When we called for the arrest, later they told us they had arrested them. Their pictures were not published. the people they assaulted were not invited to even come and identify whether these people assaulted me.
What do you
then
think?
The next thing we heard was that the police had issued a press statement. There was no journalist in court that day. They only issued a press statement that they had fined them 6,000. Do we even know whether they are the same people? If you want to engender confidence, the best thing is that publish their faces and say they have been convicted and so on, so that the video I have, the one you have, will be able to reconcile and see whether they are the same people who did that. But because they are NDC people, they decided not to do that.
I don't want us to go to, because if you go there,
we will have to go there.
Yeah, but if you go there, people will remind you of what you did when you were in power as well.
What did we do?
Look at the records.
What did we do?
Some bloggers were even abducted.
Who?
Right?
Which a blogger was abducted?
Well, there's no need to mention names. But
No. I'm saying that. I'm saying that if you have arrested our people,
some online newsrooms,
what we are calling,
some online newsrooms were raided.
Blessed.
That's what we had.
Blessed.
That's what we had.
Which online newsroom?
Oh, I mean, there are a replete of cases that we had.
See, the thing is that
the reason why I'm not mentioning names.
And I mention names and I mention.
So let's go with the Bongo Ideas, for instance, case, right?
Yes.
That was a classical example.
Was he treated the way Abronya was treated?
Really?
Was he put? Did they put handcuffs on him and put him in a black Maria that is supposed to be used to arrest hardened criminals?
This gentleman disappeared.
Disappeared at where?
You didn't have issues with that?
Where? The police can arrest you.
Were you in the country at the time?
If this is the, I'm saying that.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want us to go there, because you are politicizing the conversation.
I'm not.
Pointing out to the fact.
I'm saying that.
This is what the NDC.
5 of our people
will be
were
quick to remind you of what.
5 of our people were arrested. They were handcuffed, and they gave us details of where they will be going to, the courts, the days, and everything. They told us they had arrested 2 people, Abdul Wahab, who threatened to kill Anodompre and Nanabi and others. According to the police, they have arrested him and granted him bail. We do not know where they arrested him. We did not know which court he was going to. We don't know which court.
So let me give you the last example before I bring in the others.
So you're not interested in that? I'm telling you that.
I'm interested in that.
My
concern with you as well.
And they were published.
Yeah, why are you being selective? Why are you being selective? Let me give you the most recent example. The party members of yours who were online threatening to kill the first gentleman of the land and the first lady.
Allegedly, you are a journalist, so use that word.
Okay. You didn't see the videos?
You're writing your story. You
didn't see the videos? You didn't hear that?
They are not guilty.
I get that. Okay.
Yes, they said they're not guilty. No one is guilty until the person pleading guilty.
You believe that?
Or
you believe that?
I believe that. Or until the
so you support the comment. You support the comment.
I don't. They said they are not guilty because you see,
this is not about guilt. This is about what we've seen.
I watched the video.
Yes.
Fanti Comedy did not utter any of these words.
I'm not saying.
Fanti Comedy came
that's
back
why you're being selective. I'm not talking about Fanti Comedy. I'm talking about the individuals, the specific individuals who were on that platform. There's one lady in it. We're not.
Akosa Jollof.
Who?
She's not a known face. She's in the UK.
So are you justifying?
We don't know her. They arrested Yaira Abiu on the perception that she was she was Akosia Jollof, and she is not Akosia Jollof.
Oh, my goodness!
I am saying that the standard practice must remain.
Okay.
If you think that someone makes incendiary comment, you can arrest him, put handcuffs on him, send him to a court. Bring out a press release. Show us where he is going.
And give him a V8.
Almost all the things.
And give him a V8.
Do that with the NDC people you said you have arrested.
Okay.
That is the reason we're saying that. We don't trust the police that they have arrested Azoka. We don't trust that they have arrested the gentleman from Abuakwan of Abdul Wahab. We don't trust because almost all the cases that the police had arrested people, they publish it on their Facebook pages and tell us the dates and everything. When they brought out the press release of Azoka, they did not tell us which court Azoka is going. So that you journalists independently will go and verify. And that is the issue.
To be honest with you, I don't have qualms with your party demonstrating and petitioning the president. It's just about the comments. That's why I'm surprised. You are endorsing some of these comments here.
Oh, but you see.
Okay.
from onset, I said that I don't endorse any incendiary.
Just to be clear on that.
But I'm saying that there is nowhere in our statutes, in our books, in our laws that says that if I insult you, you have to arrest
our laws
me with
respect
the police.
Customary laws, right? So that
I'm saying that
inherently brings us
we have
to the point where we should respect
criminal libel law as at 2001. You as a journalist should not be called as a criminal.
Yeah.
They should only, you can sue him for a civil suit. When
but not an arrest.
You remember when Jojo Bruce Kwanzaa of the Palava newspaper, you remember when he said Adokufo was part of those who killed some women in the 1998-2000. By then, the criminal libel law was repealed. Adokufo went to court, went for a civil suit, and Jojo Bruce Kwanzaa's media house was sold to offset
in the case of the president,
the amount of money. And that was what we did. This is as of 2004 or 2005.
Yeah, but
this is what we want.
In the case of the president, that will not be legally possible. You know, he can't stand trial. He can, be a party to a civil.
So, but the state can do that.
Let me bring in Steve. I get your point, Steve. So that's the difficulty I have, right?
Yes.
With these political parties doing same to each other, depending on who's in power, who's not.
Yes, I think that we politicians and all political parties in this country are all guilty of what is happening. We can pretend to be ostriches and try to score political points, but I think the freedom of speech in this country, it's more than any other African country that I know in terms of speaking your mind, saying what you want. But we should be cautioned. There's a wisdom and a reason why in the Constitution a caveat was put in place for slandering, slime, and libel. Okay? For the fact that there's freedom of speech, the label is being repealed or whatever, doesn't mean that we could say anything. And the best person to arrest, for the fact that you've been arrested doesn't mean that you are guilty. The only institution in this country that can arrest anybody or can go arrest a citizen per our Constitution, whether you are wrong or right, you have the opportunity to write your statement. The police institution has the right to see whether it's a civil. They will direct. It's not, I don't see any institution that will see whether it is the police. They see the investigation. And the police have the right to also come and, yes, it's been repealed, but you cannot come and sit on air and say maybe the president, with your indulgence, forgive me, that your president is stupid, your president has no sense, your president is a thief, your president...
Yeah, but he says it should not be criminalized.
And I'm saying that for the fact that it's not being... You will still be arrested.
No.
I'm coming.
There should be civil suit.
I'm saying that the police, the institution, the police, the military, all those security services, the national security, the BNI, all those institutions play certain roles in the society. For the fact that you cannot... It's not a crime. I mean, slandering somebody can be emotional. People, it can
destabilize the state.
Yes, it can
but for the mere fact that you're telling us this morning that you all do it
we are all guilty,
including your political party. Maybe the NDC and the NPP all do this.
Every political.
That's an acceptance or an admission of the case that the NPP is making.
Registered political party.
We have a provisional. It's registered. We have a provisional certificate.
That's fine.
Right. We are left with some few offices.
Yeah. Let's not digress.
No, I'm saying for the record, we are a registered political party. We have a provisional certificate. We have structures just like the NPP.
I get your point.
We have.
Steve.
Yes.
You don't have a certificate.
We have. What is
Let's leave that.
It's like
Steve, you are admitting.
If you are given a learner's permit, let me say no. If you are given a learner's permit to drive,
you are not a driver.
No, I'm saying that you have been given permission to drive.
Okay, let's move on, gentlemen.
When you go through,
let's not digress. Steve, the point about the admission that all political parties, whenever they get their chance at power, will do this. It's an admission that the NPP does have a case, right?
I'm saying that.
You agree with them that there's harassment going?
I don't agree with them in the sense that for the fact that they say freedom of speech doesn't mean you just go out and saying whatever you want. And I'm saying that what they are doing, it doesn't take, it's a lost priority. You are protesting to the president to do what? There are other institutions. The president is not making laws. There are so many institutions in competition. I'm saying that. I think for the fact that
the Ghana Police Service is the head of the Ghana Armed Forces and all the security and intelligence agencies. The president has power to direct, the approach of the police.
I'm saying that
security agencies.
That is why we have the institutions. We have the Ministry of Interior. We have all the institutions with ministers and what have you. Anybody could be a president. But the fact that you are a president doesn't mean that anybody will just get up and just demonstrate, knowing very well the MPP themselves should be guilty. Okay, whoever comes, you must come with clean hands to demand what you never give.
Steve, are you saying because they are NPP members, they are not in power, so they shouldn't take their consent?
They are all guilty. When they were in power, we saw similar. Are you getting me? I think it's about time we put the political lens out of it and understand that for the fact that I'm MPP, for the fact that I'm NDC, for the fact that I'm NLC, any little thing we want to politicize in this, that is where we are today. If we start speaking at Ghanaians, condemning the look, for the fact that there is freedom of speech and there is a window that you could say certain things that you think you should not be respected, should not, other countries, even when you say certain things against the president, you are arrested.
Steve, let me scare you a bit. I've heard from senior lawyers in this country who say it's not a crime to insult a president.
It's not.
It is a crime it depends on, I'm saying that.
Yeah, I'm saying that. You struggle to answer that.
It is a crime.
I've heard lawyers, and I'm just saying, I'm not endorsing insult. I'm not endorsing, disobedience or civil unrest.
Slandering.
I'm just saying that some lawyers have argued that if you take a look at our statutes, the Constitution, and other laws that we have, there's no portion where an insult, not even against the president, is a crime.
I'm saying slandering is a crime. Slandering, slime, and label that he said that is being repealed. But slandering is a crime.
But that's why he says, why not make it a civil process? Instead of, this, excuse my language, Rambo style, having the police chase people around, why not a civil suit then?
That is why I'm saying, as a country, every president, I'm giving an example, has to be protected by the state institutions. It is his right as that we have to protect him. For the fact that you can insult a president doesn't mean you get up. Like, you remember when they said, His Excellency late Atamil? Somebody insulted him, compared him to a monkey or whatever, excuse my language. For the fact that you have the freedom of speech to say that, it doesn't mean there are no institutions that will not act. We are in a country governed by the Constitution. I get so some insults affect people emotionally. Okay, if not, that's civil suit.
But here's the thing, and some leading figures, key figures in the NPP are the ones raising it or even leading this. You had, I think Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had even condemned at some point the attacks on some of the NPP members. That's how high up the concern is. So it's not just a concern of, say, the national organizer or the NPP's youth organizer. This is a collective party position from the largest opposition party.
I am expecting NPP to say, look, we are guilty of doing that. There's a change of government. We don't think we should continue this. So that when we get the opportunity to take power one day, we'll make sure we don't cross certain lines. It's fair. But for the fact that when MPP is in power, we'll find political, we try to score political points by labeling, insinuating, exaggerating certain things. We are all in this country. We saw what happened. But look, nobody has been insulted in this country more than His Excellency President Nana and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. There is no leader that has ever been insulted in this country. And one thing I always say anywhere without fear is that I like President Nana, he has never responded. And I like His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he has also never responded.
They don't have a choice today.
No, but I'm saying that.
I mean, you're the president, you can't.
No, you are running a country. If you are running a country, you don't have time to be listening to what people, and nobody will ever love you. Nobody will ever see anything that you do. And there's nothing like a perfect government. There's nothing like a perfect election. But all political parties are trained.
If we were to make progress, why not condemn these actions now, just to indicate how strongly you have a reservation about the police service going after these individuals?
Well, every political is a party that gives birth to a government. And when a party, unfortunately, when political parties are in opposition, they reason very well, they have the best sense, the best wisdom. Immediately they take over power. It's a different story. They will tell you that, yes, once you are sitting on the seat, you have to dodge the potholes differently. And I think that, just as I know we've not gotten to that topic here, everybody drinks water. Are you petitioning the president about the galamsey?
Yeah.
Who does it? Until we Ghanaians, including the political parties, start accepting that we are guilty of destroying our own water bodies, because the president has appointed the DCE, the president has a minister, and the community, they have an assemblyman,
so the system
they have a chief, not necessarily the system.
Yeah.
Somebody gives the land to people to mine.
We'll get to illegal mining shortly.
Okay.
We'll get to illegal mining shortly.
So in terms of what the demonstration to the president is a lost priority.
Okay.
I should see them. Somebody can also go to, you can petition. You have, look.
We started by petitioning.
You have access to the minister. You have access to the police. You have access to the minister than the president. So if the political party, you see, we are in a country that political party think that we should hang certain things at the neck of the president. Okay? Forgotten that, for example, if we are able to hang corruption on the president, they hang corruption on President John Dramani Mahama's neck. When the reality dawns in, it was a perception. Certain people, that was a perception.
Look,
when
people
and every politician is corrupt. Unfortunately, in this country, I'm a politician. Every politician.
That's not correct.
I am telling you.
There is no single MPP person who has been jailed for corruption.
Oh.
Since 1992, it has never happened. So it is NDC people who are corrupt.
Every politician.
It is NDC people who are corrupt.
NDC is
That's true. That's the fact.
I'm saying that
we have arrested and jailed not less than 14 people who are NDC people in this county. If not for NDC,
I can also sit here and say, I can also sit here and say the judiciary, okay, also wore political lens, and that is where we are.
Let's not go there. Let's focus on dealing with this IGP issue, and then we'll move into some other areas. Kofi, are you corrupt, by the way?
Never will be.
I see.
Never will be.
Say you've not gotten the seat yet.
No.
When we talk about corruption, it's not only taking the money. Those sponsoring you, your businessmen, your financiers.
I'm glad you brought this up. Right. Thank you very much. But that's why I'm not a president.
And those following you, to make sure you're a president, you have to take care of them.
No.
It's part of the corruption.
No.
If you have a girlfriend, it's corruption. If a woman bleaches, corruption of the skin. So corruption is not, if you put wig, you have corrupted the hair. If you wear high heels, you've corrupted your height.
Kofi, that's the scope of corruption. It's quite wide, isn't it?
First of all,
go on. If I corrupt your mind to vote, it's part of corruption.
Let's give the chance to Kofi then. Yes, Kofi.
You certainly don't have. I don't have a wig on, right? So we can
settle.
But Blessed.
Yeah.
The parameters for the ethical and moral code of Ghana for Ghanaians have been destroyed, decimated by these same guys who shouting, help, scream, whatnot.
Harassment, they say.
Whatever you call it.
Yeah.
These guys caused it. So now it's sad for me to sit here and listen to them because they waste too much time on stuff that does not matter. We have a youth that we need to elevate. We have a country we need to build and develop. And this is how they waste their time on stuff that doesn't matter. Listen, I'm totally against not having some type of decorum in communication. But who started this nonsense? They did. And it's drowning them. And now they're screaming, hey, we want this order. The NDC does it. MPP comes and repeats it. Everybody wants to come in and edge their opponent out.
Two wrongs do not make right.
No, it doesn't.
They want us to move forward.
So Blessed, my focus is if we do this thing and we build it well, properly, with competent leaders who have character, we wouldn't have to go through this nonsense. I promise you. Take a look at the caliber, the character of the people we're talking about. Oh, this person got arrested for saying this. Look at them. 760 billion cedis of debt to GDP over 85%. Look at where the prime rate is. Look at where, did you check the CD, where the CD is this morning?
Yeah.
Pumping over $4 billion into a Forex market that hasn't yielded anything except for uncontrolled dollar, uncontrolled CD, and it keeps getting worse. And we don't have anything. I've never gone to a show where the MPP, NDC, or all these other political parties are sitting down fighting, knocking heads about what is the best strategy or what can we do to eradicate corruption.
Okay, before we get there, the point about making the Ghana police a bit more independent, do you support that? Because some say, for instance, you had some of the NPP members say, Awal has repeated that the reason why there's an onslaught, allegedly, I see he wants us to use the word, why it's happening on members of the NPP is because the IGP is insensitive to criticism.
The best IGP this country has ever got.
Okay, so
best IGP.
So
Steve, I'll come to you.
So a couple of things, Blessed, and look from my perspective, and I think a perspective that makes more sense than any. Who was last in power?
It was the NPP.
The NPP.
Yeah.
Did they not have a chance to change the constitution so that appointment of an IGP does not come directly from the president? It comes from a public service
commission.
Didn't have the chance to do that?
Support? Is that
absolutely? So that your loyalty does not go to the person who appointed you. Your loyalty goes to the people. I mean, how simple is that? But they won't change it. They want to wait. They come to opposition and then complain about, oh, the IGP did this.
But how about the issue of trust, right? If you are the president, or if you were president or elected president, I mean, you'd want the IGP to work closely with you, someone you can trust, because there's national security implications.
That's correct. But there is a code for which you work by. You see, and this is why I keep talking about, excuse me, but the MPP and NDC are clueless. They don't know what they're doing. And I'm serious when I say that, because you can, listen, Blessed, the truth of the matter is we can say all we want. The MPP could, talk all the nonsense they want to talk. NDC could talk. We have the record. The record bears them out. What does the record say? The record tells you we have, the NDC took us from 9 billion to 122 billion. MPP took over from 122 billion to 670 billion. Yeah. The biggest statistical increase was for NDC going from 9 to 122, correct or correct?
You've seen the infrastructure.
What infrastructure? Circle Dubai? Are you blind? What schools?
You don't know, do you know Binduri?
Oh, listen.
Do you know Nalergu?
Okay, so hold on.
Do you know Gambaga?
No. Listen, let me tell you.
Do you know Jasekai?
Don't interrupt me.
I'm not interrupting.
Okay,
We're having a conversation.
No, I'm not having a conversation.
Is not Accra.
Okay, just hold on.
Ghana is not Accra.
Let's give
Ghana is not Accra. If you go to the internet and see the infrastructure, then you appreciate it.
Relax. Yes.
Okay, I know you're working for the NDC and you work for. So relax. So let me go explain to you how it works. Right. The way it works, or maybe you haven't traveled out of Ghana, so you wouldn't know.
My brother, I stayed in the U.S. for 17 years. And our own companies, the Eagle Shipping was mine. Palace Home Improvement
so you don't understand.
I was a rail. I created jobs in the United States.
So that, we bring in the other.
Because, there is a way that a country is built.
Yeah.
You start with housing, healthcare, education, employment, telecommunication, transportation, security, recreation, retail.
These are fine things on paper.
No. Wait. Let me finish. Let me make my point.
Yes.
So if you don't build a country like that, then you would have isolations and potholed development. And so he's talking about, oh, have you been to this place? No. Well, if we did and it worked, we wouldn't have the debt that we have now.
Okay. There are more homeless in abroad than in Ghana.
Okay, let's get into the weak argument the audience.
Yes, there are more homeless.
Yes, introduce yourself and let's
don't compare yourself to any country.
Ghana is very good.
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask the MPP some questions regarding their protest. I'd want to ask you that were your people really informed about the original purpose of the protest? Because there were videos on the social media where people were rather promoting illicit drugs. They came to the protest because they claimed that the government is arresting them because of the sale or the dealing of illicit drugs. And also,
I think I've seen some of those videos as well on social media, right? Some were not even aware of why they were there.
Exactly. Right. And there were some
didn't know what kind of
some could not read. Yes, probably.
And there were some young ladies that they stated it very clearly that they were being deceived indirectly to be there because they were being told that they were going to take them to a meeting, but they ended up being at the
we'll use that word, reportedly, yes.
Absolutely. Right. And also, I want to know the stance of NPP and the government's policies or initiatives to stop illicit drug, because if their own people, since it is an MPP protest, and since MPP people organized the protest, I assume that those that they were on the grounds of the protest are MPP members. So if MPP members could boldly speak about their dealings with illicit drugs and all that, what is the stance of NPP with the government in dealing with illicit drugs? Yeah.
Okay, great. There's a gentleman behind you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, let me just. Mr. Bless, thank you very much. I'm in the person of Achulu.
Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Yes. First of all, let me respond to what my sister said quickly before I move to what I have to say. Our National Youth Organizer, Salah Mustafa, boldly spoke against drug abuse and all that. So if she wants the evidence to that, she can go and check it on his page. And let me make a pivotal and a fundamental point that the New Patriotic Party is in no way against accountability. Our challenge is a mode of execution and intimidation. Permit me to quote Martin Luther King Jr., where he said, "Our lives begin to end the very day we become silent about the things that matters." And he went ahead to talk about the power of our voice, where he said it's our weapon to use against the oppressors and intimidation.
Yeah, but what were you when it was happening to the others?
That is basically what the New Patriotic Party seek to achieve. We marched on the street to register our displeasure about some of the things that are happening. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy that Honorable Stephen Atubiga is here, and then Honorable Kofi Cranton is here, because their own colleague, Honorable Kofi Apalu, was a victim. Today it might be Honorable Kofi Apalu. Tomorrow it might be Honorable Atubiga or Honorable Kofi Cranton. So let's speak against this in all modesty and humility. And I must say, and then end that the political persecution must end now. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Shandolph Bright, yes, and I am very surprised at the posture of Honorable Stephen Atubiga. In fact, in His Excellency John Mahama's first term, he's one of the persons who were very loud on some of these issues. I'm surprised at his posture, and he's trying to make a comedy out of the whole issue. I feel that, yes, we in the NPP, sometimes we need to be sincere. On the issue of, with the instance of Abronya like this, I think we failed as a party to call the shots. We should have prompted him on some of the excesses in his submission. But having said that, the truth must be told, and we need to establish that when it comes to dealing with persons in that regard, we need to be fair to all. We shouldn't embark on that selection of justice, no, because that kind of
because you're all guilty of that. Political parties.
In fact, worse things were said under Nana Akufo-Addo's era. We have our own Sami Jemfi, Mali Basintali, other people. In fact, the former president was accused of murder. It's public knowledge, is there. We never heard anybody being arrested or put in that Rambo style of arrest. All that we are saying that let people face the law, but then it should be done properly, not selection of justice. Because when you invite the chairman, that is Mr. Lakazoka, in that private way, in a very cool manner, same should be done to Mr. Abronya. Even though we do not condone that kind of utterance that he made to some big people in the country.
Right.
But then the fundamental point needs to be made that he, whatever punishment that there is to A must be done to the other party. That is the same thing that we are saying. Right. Yes.
Okay. Okay. There's just one behind you. So let's give him the opportunity, or we'll do the one to your right or your left, and then we'll get it.
Please, my name is Prince Owusu. I would like to respond to my brother. He was talking about Salah Mustafa saying that the MPP, the NDC has been harassing the MPP has been harassing the NDC MPP state appointees, former appointees. And then my question is that back in 2013, back in 2012, when the same Salah Mustafa was criticizing the then president, Professor Evans Atamos, may he so rest in peace, when he was criticizing him with insult and then propaganda, the MPP was in this country. They never said anything about it. There wasn't anything against it. Why is it that they are complaining now?
But don't you feel we should? But don't you feel we should make progress?
I feel we should make progress, but they shouldn't act like they are victims. They are not victims. They are very hypocrites. They need to stop their hypocritical statement and then their behavior outside. We saw during the demonstration whatever they did. It wasn't very good. It was uncalled for, especially those people that they brought on the grounds to demonstrate. Most of them weren't even aware of the situation when they came. These things must stop. We must stop using using the vulnerable people in society for our own political gains. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll do the gentleman behind you, and then we'll come to the one in the blue. Yeah. Or probably the one in the blue should take have his take, and then we'll do the gentleman behind you.
All right. My name is Haruna Osman, the majority member of University of Ghana Parliament House. So I want to touch on what my colleague said about accountability. Yes, so he was saying MPP does not fear accountability. But why is it that whenever they are called to come and account, they hesitate to show up unless we go for them?
Example.
Example. What's his name? Your finance minister. That's one. He was called. He never came. So I don't think what he's saying is very true. Whenever they are called,
justifying going after the people.
Yes. Whenever they are called to be account, they hesitate to show up. That's why we go for them. And when we go for them too, they complain.
Okay. Anyway, right. There's someone behind you. Give the priority to him, and then you can make your intervention after that. Yes.
All right. I am Emmanuel Samoji. I want to speak with regard to the insults and arrests and whatever we're talking about. I want to speak from common sense perspective. The speakers have said that there is no law in Ghana that criminalizes insult. But I want to ask this question. Are we able to separate the insult from the consequence of the insult? The insult itself possibly may not be in the law that warrant arrest. But have we considered the emotional aspect or effect of the insult and what would have caused? Now we're talking about the issue here. There is no insult. There is no law that justifies, that somebody should be arrested for being insulted. Now, if I insult you, would you be angry? Would you have the cause to get angry because
obviously that's why I'm talking about emotions now. Yeah.
Now, when you get angry, would you slap? Now, when you slap, would that be an issue that will call for arrest because that is an assault? Is an assault a criminal? Is criminal in this country? So we have MPP, NDC have probably not been able, they are running away from the truth because they will not be able to separate what would have resulted from the insult itself.
I get it. So that could destabilize the
you get an idea. So we should be able to look at that. Even though there's no law that says that somebody should be arrested for being insulted.
Right.
What would have caused could be an issue of what? Criminality. And for that matter, we should be able to deal with that. Abronya says so many things that probably you look at and realize you don't have to say that thing to even your worst enemies. But that is it. But I feel that the way NDC also went about it was also not making the whole thing complicated for people.
Okay, thank you. Bright, so let me give you 30 seconds. You'd have to be fast and snappy about that. You wanted to say something. Yeah,
mine has to do with the issue of the police. I think I don't have any problem with governments coming in and appointing the new IGP and everything. I think even in the US, like it happens, Trump comes in, appoints people that he feels can work with. But then within the same sector or the police, they need to maintain professionalism. You've gone through training. You are there to serve the state, not to serve the government. And if you are there to serve the state, regardless of whoever appoints you, you need to have exactly. So that is my
point. Okay, thank you, Bright. Gentlemen, I want us to talk about illegal mining, but not before. I want you all to have your take and respond to some of the issues raised. Let me start off with you. The issue about, and that question was coming through from the lady in front, about the people, the kind of people we've seen on the streets this week. Did you bus people? Did you pay people to come to join the demonstration? There were even minors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before, when you talk about minors, before even our demonstration, there was a granny who came and sat in the studio of.
Yes, nowadays.
Yeah, she went with her grandchildren. There were 4 of them who were below even 16
So that's parental
years.
consent, is it?
Yeah, I'm saying that's below 16 years. So
yeah,
those
I'm saying
there,
that's parental consent.
But those there, do you know whether they went with their parents or not? You don't know. So you don't even talk about that because it's not an issue. The second thing is that when you are organizing a demonstration like this, we called on Ghanaians. It is not everyone there who is an MPP person. I did the publicity myself. I put it on my Facebook page, on the Twitter account.
Yeah.
And I said that we called on Ghanaians to come and join. So you do not have control over the things that people say there. It is unfortunate, but if my sister is minded, on my Facebook page, when you had your demonstration last year, I posted someone, the first time I heard the name Pokeke, I don't even know. He said the tramadol and the Pokeke is now expensive. He wanted to check use the tramadol to check.
So you've seen those
I'm
videos.
saying that this is under the NDC. It's on my page about last year when they had it. That's what I'm saying. That when you organize a demonstration like this, you call on Ghanaians to join. You do not know who is joining.
I'm saying that did you pay people to come up, to show up, just to show up?
We didn't pay anyone to come. But the only thing is that there's no one who lives there. They will all have to travel from where they are to that place.
Okay, so
and
you supported them.
And that happens. Even you here at joining, if you're doing procession, and there is the need for you to even put bus somewhere, you put the bus somewhere and bring the people there because they cannot walk there. I live in at Ofanko. So I cannot just walk from Ofanko to Circle to start the procession. I have to be in car and so on. But we did not pay anyone to come there. We invited Ghanaians, and those there are Ghanaians. Fortunately, some spoke Chi and so on. It is unfortunate that you have people who are into drugs coming to join. But this is not the first time. You have covered demonstrations over time. Yeah. You see all manner of people with the reason why they are there. I saw a video which I posted on my Facebook page. A lady said she joined the protest because during the Akufo-Addo's time, she will sell, at least in a day, she sells ice kenke, 120 cedis. But today, it will take her 2 days to sell even 80 cedis. And that was the reason she showed up, to demonstrate. But that was not the reason for the demonstration. We did the conscientization. You granted us all the interviews. We told them the reasons. But some people decided to show up to vent their spleen on different things.
So it wasn't the fault of the NPP?
No. But we will have to apologize for all that had happened if really it didn't go well, because we organized the people. For instance, you inviting people here. Yeah. You do not know what they are coming to say, even though you know that they will be able to have given them the topics, but someone can just go off the topic and so on. You will have to rather apologize. So we apologize for anything that happened that is untoward. But I think we had a very successful protest. If you from school, when you do activism and so on, you will understand the challenges of putting thousands of people on the streets, and they are able to really go march to the police, march to Jubilee House, and there was nothing that happened except the interviews. It tells you that it was very successful than the other processes that had happened before.
You feel social media perhaps might have been the cause of that?
Exactly so, because I did a lot of publicity on my TikTok account and on my Facebook account, just inviting people to come and join.
Right.
And you also did the same by giving us the opportunity to say it that we're doing it on this day and so on. So from there, people watch on TV, some see on social media, then they join. Again, when you go to Circle is a den of, unfortunately, of people who are in drug abusers and so on. Some will join because they know that definitely you may even bring water or food to really come there. So it's unfortunate, but at least the police will have to also try and see if they could really wipe that thing around Circle.
Yes. Steve, there's a question for you.
Yes. I want to talk about what my brother said. In politics, there are certain communique or certain statements. It becomes a party stand that they tell the communicators, go out there and take this stand and make such statements. And we also have political communication assassinators. They are being taxed to go out there and take a stand at certain. I'm being real, right? Because we've been there, done that. When there's going to be a demonstration, it's a party structure, and the party structure has constituency chairman, organizers, and what have you. The party brings in money. They put vehicles at all vantage areas. Even they have to bring people from other regions. Depends on what they want to do. And their accommodation, their food is being taken care of. But they don't look at your education, your structure, how you look, whether you are on drugs. That is your personal business. Political power, political votes, or people vote. Once you are sound-minded, you have been registered as a voter, the party cares about getting your vote, not how you look like, not where you stay, what you eat. You're struggling. It's after when they get victory. And everybody have their followers. Politics is like the churches. Remove your shirt and that this is your political party, you are naked. People will come and follow you, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, I'm taking him back to 2012. The MPP party took a stand. That's where we had Sir John. We have those telling the judges that your family should prepare their funerals. They should start buying their coffins. They will kill.
Some judge did.
Listen,
he didn't say that. It didn't come.
I'm saying that it was I said Sir John and all communicated. My brother, they said that we also
they should prepare their coffin.
Yes, the judges. I don't know. I'm saying that that is how they hold us at the court. Sir John was held at the court. Yes, everybody saw it on TV. And then I also made a statement. I took a party. They also made a statement, and I went in for 3 days. It was. You have to. I'm just being real as we are dealing with the youth. So there are certain statements, and my whole party came out and made a statement that they stand by everything that I said, because the judges were scared. The judges couldn't take decisions based on the threats that was coming on. We also took a stand.
Do you regret those statements then?
I never. When we go back to those eras, those circumstances where NDC found itself, I don't regret it a bit.
With all this, and they want to excommunicate you from this.
My brother, it is what you can do for your party, not what the party can do for you. That is why I attribute led, including some leadership of the party that are even holding positions that will protest for them to do reform in the party. Today you see young men getting appointment. Today you see that the party has become so attractive that you don't need a godfather to hold a political position. Everything that we accused the party leadership and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for not doing it, he has fixed it. The party has become more attractive. Okay. And based on that, today in this country, everybody is comfortable.
Great.
There is peace in this country. I mean, if you look at the stress, nobody is rich. But in terms of relief, every Ghanaian is feeling the good leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And also, there is no country that is more beautiful, that is more stronger, that is more a place that we should live than Ghana.
I get it.
Yes, okay, that I agree.
Kofi,
but Ghana is not what you are saying.
Some comments in the audience for you. You want to deal with that, and then we'll move into the legal mining conversation.
To tell the truth, I'm disappointed. Okay, and my disappointment comes from the fact that, and if I were president today, we will ban the influence of political parties to the youth in terms of academia, going to school.
Oh, you don't want the political parties to have their youth
do not mingle, leave them to free thought.
That's why they are here.
You would have disbanded Tain Tescon?
They had their convictions. A reason they joined Tescon.
Please do not interrupt me.
No, we're having a conversation.
Okay.
Nothing personal.
No, it's not personal, but it's very upsetting to me because I know how Tain and Tescon influences the students by giving them gifts and offering them positions.
But they are voters, though.
Of course they're voters. That's why you have to leave them alone.
Without inducement.
Let's allow Kofi to make that point. I'll come back to all of you.
And the reason that is because they haven't done what they're supposed to do. If they were furnishing the institutions, the tertiary institutions, with all the needed things they needed, then they wouldn't have to go in and influence and have to dilly-dally. And
how then do we grow the political future of this country? Future leaders, how do we?
I didn't see that in Singapore. I didn't see that in Qatar. I didn't see that anywhere else in the world. I didn't see that in China. Go and look
Qatar
at the
is not democracy. How democratic is Singapore?
No. You see, the bottom line is this is what
how
you guys
democratic are these countries?
Singapore.
So let's make the point.
The president stayed more. They stayed more than 8 years.
Exactly. How democratic are these countries that we are comparing Ghana
Let's
to?
make the point, and then
you talk about this. This is not democracy. When you go to Circle and you find 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds begging, holding your...
The same is in America.
Oh, my God. Where did you go in America,
Look,
man?
if you go to Los Angeles, you go to North Carolina, some are even walking butt naked, no shoes in the countryside,
First of all, it's a choice. It's a choice.
It's not.
It's a choice. Listen, I've been to LA. Everywhere you're talking about, I know. Okay, it's a choice.
So what's the point?
The point is, we need for these governments, and certainly not the MPP and DC. Like I said, we have a record that they have failed us, and we need for the youth to start thinking about their future, how they're going to meet their aspirations, and bring in someone who's going to build and develop this nation.
Country. Okay, here's what I want us to do. Let's zoom right into illegal mining. I recall holding a dialogue before the elections. This was held by Pen Plus Buy. They were doing a manifesto compass, I believe. You were there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then you made a very controversial pronouncement that Galamsey would have ended in how many days?
30 days.
Galamsey would end in 3 days.
30 days. 30 days.
Yeah, okay. If you're president.
Absolutely. Okay.
Sam George reduced it to 1. It didn't work. 2 weeks. It didn't work.
Okay, it can't work. And let me explain to you how.
So why do we believe yours then?
Okay, so it's very simple. Very, very simple. So let's just say this table is Ghana. Every spot on this table has a lot.
Good.
The lot is owned by someone. If it's not owned by someone, individual, then it's the government who owns it. Every lot has a name to it by ownership. So if you're given a concession, you give it according to the lot. It has a name on it. So if I have it and I'm willing it to you, or I'm bequeathing it to you, or I'm selling it to you, the transfer will come with it, correct?
Right.
So let's just say Kofi has it, he gave it to Blessed. If Blessed has gotten a concession, we know it's Blessed, we know where Blessed lives, we know what Blessed does, we know how to reach out to Blessed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, all the machinery coming into Ghana for mining comes through
the port.
The port. The government controls the port. Every machinery that comes through the port has an ID number on it, and it's registered to a person or a company. So if we know the concession, who owns it, and we know the machine that goes on the machine, why can we not arrest the person?
Have we not tried that enough?
Wait a minute. Now, even on the concession, we know who we're giving it to, correct? Okay. And the licenses, we know who we're giving it to. So if you have a drone flying, went to China, the drones are less than 1,000, 5,000 cities will give you many options in terms of drones, right? That you could fly and it will use solar. It's a heat sensing drone. So at 2,000, 3,000 feet up in the sky. It could pick up anywhere there is activity on the ground. If we know the activity belongs to Blessed, and we sense that there's heat sensing going on, it means there's an activity, you activate the ground forces to go there and arrest the people. How difficult is that?
You're saying it because it's on paper for now.
No, it's on paper. Listen, Erastus,
yes.
your colleague, when Mahama came in and cried that he was going to end Galamsey and Sami Jemfi and all these guys did all the things that they, right? He went in and found that a place that was being protected by BNI and the military, nobody even knew about. Now, if the military is controlled by, it's all headed by the CDS, right? If this, you tell me that this activity is going on in Ghana without the knowledge of the CDS, who reports directly to the commander-in-chief, something is seriously wrong. How difficult is it to stop Galamsey? The MPP failed miserably because their people were eating Galamsey. Now, the NDC came and
found evidence
to
that, to what you.
We don't have to have evidence. It's going on, and it's a stoppable act. So why have they not stopped it? And people are dying. So evidence, it's going on. That's the evidence. Evidence, wait a minute. Evidence because Sami Jemfi said, guess what? They are now actually paying people to go out there to sort out the gold for them to buy and bring it to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. That's what is happening now.
Yeah, but it's certification, isn't it?
It's killing people.
Do you want us to stop the sale of gold? Gold is now being priced as one of the highest commodities on the international market.
So it wouldn't even hurt. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't even hurt if we were getting premium of the sales. We're not.
Our gold exports have more than doubled.
It doesn't matter. First of all, it doesn't even make sense to export gold, your premium commodity, and go and import JNN in toast. Because that's what we're doing, right? We're importing JNN in toast.
You're speaking of the ideal, isn't it?
No, this is not ideal. People are dying. We lost, 8 brave souls just a couple of months ago, and it's almost like we forgot about them. Do you not understand? Listen, fixing Galamsey is something easy because we know everybody involved in Galamsey. President Mahama goes to UN, and I know you're going to come to that, right?
We'll get to that, yes.
So you want me to just segue into it? Or?
Yeah, no. Let's finish up on the legal line. So what do you say to calls that the priority should be along riverine communities where we protect our river bodies?
No.
For now, that should be the priority.
If I were president today, no more Galamsey, period. We are banning mining, not even small scale and large scale. I mean, not even just small scale and large scale.
How is that practical? I mean,
I
don't want to mention some of the multinationals and their repercussions internationally.
Yeah, but you don't understand. You see, the problem is because we have not really made good on everything else. You can make more foreign exchange reserves from cassava alone.
Really?
Heck yeah.
More than gold?
Heck yeah. Because the cycle in cassava is 6 months. Do you know how many people are dying to get us this gold? They don't tell you the truth. It's destroying homes, it's destroying families, it's killing you and you don't even know. You had Awusa Koko this morning.
And Kuntumre last.
It's killing all of us slowly.
All die be done.
Anyway.
See, guys?
Yeah, but we can end that.
Yes.
Steve, I'll come to you. The point about what President Akufo-Addo had promised, he placed the presidency on the line.
Yeah.
There was a difficulty for the NPP, obviously. Now we find ourselves in the same situation. And you want us to hold President Mahama solely to account on this.
President Akufo-Addo has fought Galamsey than any leader in the history of this country. This is a fact. When we came in 2017, you, the media, were on our neck that Galamsey is getting out of hand, so we should ban Galamsey. We did a ban for 2 years. We banned small-scale mining for 2 years.
Kofi says you should have added the large-scale.
You've asked me a question. Let me answer. I'm saying that President President Akufo-Addo has fought Galamsey than any other leader in the history of this country. The reason is that when we came, Galamsey was already on the rooftop, to the extent that President Mahama went to Chebi and said it is the headquarters of Galamsey. When we came in 2017, the first thing we did was to ban small-scale mining, legal small-scale mining, for 2 years. And we had a very fresh water. Because we cannot ban mining entirely, because it is a livelihood of over 4 million people. So we decided to train them. We went and trained 2,400 small-scale miners at UMAT in Takwa within the 2 year span. Then within that period, we brought them back again. After bringing them back, we said, do your legal mining, but within the boundaries. They transcended the boundaries. We started the Operation Galam Stop. We sent the military, we sent the police, and so on. It didn't work out. We did Galam Stop 2. It didn't also work out. We decided to do Operation Halt, where we're banning excavators in this country. When the media was on our neck, why are you banning the excavators?
We're not the only ones. The Ghana Bar Association.
Exactly. They said you are banning, you're doing all these things. Then, towards the elections, we said, okay, what we will do now is that we think the military is not the right way to go. We will have to really change the status quo, looking at what had happened over 6 years, not 8. Because it was after the 6 years, because we did the ban for 2 years and so on. So we decided that, well, we will really change it to the extent that we'll go to the community. Dr. Bawumia promised that there will be a minerals development bank. Then they will go and buy gold catches. I'm coming. Yes, I'm coming.
Let me more than any other regime.
Yes.
Why is it that at the time you were leaving, the turbidity levels of the waters were still high?
Today it's worse, according to Ghana Water, to the extent that Konyaku Water processing plant has been shut down. It has never happened.
It happened in MPP.
I'm saying that for it to be shut down for 10 communities in the central region, 10 districts do not even have water. It is worse today because, you see, the president came and said he will use AI. That was what the president said. He will use AI to fight Galamsey. Where is the AI? They said they will repeal LI 2462. Where is the repeal? They said they will make sure that there is state of emergency. Today, I'm just coming from the Western North. I went to Western North last week. I was in 2 districts. I will win. And Swam and Adieso. The level of distraction, the kind of things that they are doing over there. If you want
and
to
this is something we've never seen before.
Listen, we've never seen before. Because you see, when you're going to Accra today, Kumasi, between Lindador and Osino, they are doing it within the township. Today, that's true. Within the township.
And that concession...
It has never happened.
And that concession was given this year in just 8 months?
Within 8 months. Because you see,
Are you sure? Can we fact check you on this?
You can fact check me because you see, the only place that was happening was close to the Osiro police station.
Okay.
You remember?
The question facing the NPP now is about the number of small-scale mining licenses you gave.
They have given far worse.
Just hold on. Joy Research has the research out. You can check that on myjoyonline.com. You've given way beyond 2,000 small-scale mining licenses, more than any other regime since independence, right?
So come. It is not only MP people who were given the licenses. Because there's a Bible that always, or the Quran, that always the NDC and everyone, including the media, reads. That is the Frimpong report. In the report, he said, majority of the people doing illegal mining in the communities are NDC people. It's in the report.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Professor.
So you see, I'm saying that
I'm talking
Ghanaians have been
issued
licenses. I'm saying that Ghanaians have been issued licenses, and those that have been issued licenses are not only MPP people. And there is nothing wrong with issuing licenses if people are doing legal mining.
Okay.
The only thing is that this government is not ready to fight Galamsey because it is fighting them.
All right.
To the extent that the president is boldly to say that they are buying from illegal miners to sell just... What did he say?
He says, after all.
Yes.
Yeah. So even if you have a concern that you're not able to track the gold...
You see, he doesn't even need to say it because, you see, now, you cannot buy gold in this country unless you are being licensed by a gold board. So those doing the illegal mining, who do they sell to? They are selling to them.
Yeah.
Again, just to conclude, Yamin stood somewhere in Akwatia and said that whatever this government had done in the last 8 months, they have not done anything in the fight against Galamsey, because he said that. No, he said that. He said that.
Yeah.
The police and the NIMOS, they are engaged in extortion and creating problems for them. Within 1 week, they were withdrawn.
Okay.
So it is telling you that the government is the enabler of Galamsey in this country.
And you're aware that Yamin could take you on because I haven't seen this video.
You've not seen this video? Ask them.
You've seen it? Okay, all right. Okay. But I haven't seen it. Okay, right, Steve. Yeah.
What is it? So.
Okay, Steve, yeah.
The NDC government, all the mining, the concession that you've seen, they've been in opposition for 8 years. They are 8 months old. For what I know, reliably, the NDC has not issued any new mining licenses.
You can fast check that.
I'm coming.
We'll do that.
You did that.
Yeah,
you said you have it.
So just hold on.
The NDC has not issued licenses for the past 8 months. All the destruction, the water bodies that you see, it is what the NDC has come to inherit. And 90% of those mining concessions belongs to the MPP people.
These are not concessions.
These community mining.
Who gives concession in water bodies?
These community mining. I have not said that. I have not said that. I have not accused you. All the mining, that is the community mining. Yes, the MPP decided to do community mining to train them, which is a good way. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you will not have people that will go and do illegal mining. I want us to understand that there is no government that can stop illegal mining unless we start thinking about how we can make them legal.
He says 30 days.
Yes.
30 days, he would have
What I'm telling
all of that.
Kofi is talking about packets and this. I agree with him to understand that in this country, unfortunately, government don't own the lands. It belongs to the chiefs.
No, but the land is vested.
Yes, so right now, I'm making a point.
There are forest reserves that the military can just move.
I am saying that.
Are you saying that the president has no power at all?
No, I'm laying a foundation before I make a point. I am saying that. I pray. And I hope that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he should declare a state of an emergency for his appointees first. That's why you have a DC. That's why you have an MC. That's why you have a regional minister. And the land owners, you have the chiefs, you have the opinion leaders, and you have assemblymen. The government doesn't give a land.
Kofi says, let's use technology. Just go up there, use the drone.
My brother, a technology cannot scare somebody who has grown in Obuasi, Takwa, who only knows that my grandfathers did mining and mine. Let's be realistic, my brother. Abroad is different. No, but as you are saying that things are to be registered, things coming from the harbor doesn't necessarily mean that only be registered with companies. It's freedom of market. People come from Burkina to come and buy mining equipment here in the market. I'm saying the reality is that...
Why can't we check it? Why can't we check it?
What I'm trying to explain is that I'm being real. Look, book is easier. I'm saying the community, we can check each other who goes to our water bodies.
This guy
we can check each other all our lands are registered to families.
Kofi,
all the communities
agrees with you. I'll give you the time.
He hasn't, we are speaking the same language. Maybe he is speaking the American way. I'm talking about the reality on the ground.
I'm speaking the common sense. This is common sense.
Yes.
Common sense.
Okay.
It will be dangerous for you to become a president. I'm telling you right now, because you just don't get it. Now listen to this.
I know the terrain. Look, I'm trying to explain to you that I know the terrain and the mining areas more than you. I've been there.
It doesn't matter.
You are talking about system putting registry. In this system, the Mineral Commission don't even have a data or attach.
So why don't you do it then?
That's what I'm explaining. Yeah. I am saying that we have a problem right now on the table,
which is
our water bodies is being polluted.
Yeah.
And I think that is the responsibility of me and you. We can start cracking
the government.
I'm saying
President Mahama can declare state of emergency on water bodies alone.
Steve, hold on. It's very controversial. Let me listen to Kofi briefly. I'll give you the time.
This is the weakest argument in the Bible.
But Kofi, you know, he's not the only one in this. I've had other people in
because they just don't get it.
Personal responsibility should be bigger.
Listen,
someone has been given the opportunity.
Is it government who tells people to control, as you are saying, Dubai cycle?
Yes, Steve, I'll come to you. I'll give you the time.
Massa,
yes. Okay, yes.
You don't listen. You don't. Your idea will never work.
It will work. The Ghanaian way.
This guy.
Let me listen to you.
Okay.
Yes, on this. Yes, I'll give you the time, Steve. Yes.
This process is so simple. When I went to China, this is what I did. I sat down with planners and developers, and I explained our situation to them in what I was hoping to acquire the drones for.
Oh, in China?
Yeah,
right.
I may believe and I told them what the problem was. And just as I thought, it's a simple level 1 problem to fix, because you know what? Every human being in Ghana, do we not have Ghana cards?
Yeah, we do.
So we know, hopefully everybody here has a Ghana card.
So we know who's doing the importation.
You know, if everything that comes through the port has a unique identifier. Now, the identifier, you put a tracer on the machine. Now, the tracer will tell you real time
where the device is,
and what it's doing. It would or even tell you how
Kofi,
much
I'm not cutting, but listen to what President Mahama says to that, right? Number one, you cannot restrict the importation solely of,
You're not restricting. You're not restricting.
I'm just giving his explanation. So I get your thoughts on that. He says, when you bring that in, I could say I'm using my excavator for construction, not necessarily illegal mining, right?
Okay, good. So this is so simple.
So, yeah.
If it has a device that's real time on it.
Device
Massa, because we wouldn't name the American.
China for China now. They are spoiling
You brought them to help us win.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That the president says that.
Blessed.
Let's now.
Some of the trackers that he's talking about, they're removable.
Thank you.
The trackers that I am talking about are not removable.
Okay.
By you removing that tracker, you dismantle the machine's ability to move.
So what then
and it's real time because then it tells you the coordinates, the longitude,
and
will tell you where the device
is. Say to the president's plan that now let's try.
President Mahama does not know.
Yeah, but he
President
says
Mahama, you don't.
No, but he addressed the press.
He doesn't.
He knows.
I know you speak for him.
The best president we ever had.
He addressed the press, and he says that what you can do then is that you regulate first of all the import, and you have a strict licensing regime for who can bring in the device.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't work. Because, you see, let me tell you, Blessed, first of all, the kids on the ground who are involved in Galamsey are hungry. They are so hungry. So you cannot displace Galamsey by not first giving them something to do. So the first thing that we need to do is to invest in agriculture.
Which we have done. There was a CEO
so
under
you go into
like a Ghanaian.
You go into agriculture. When you get, and the reason why I said we will get more cycles out of agriculture than gold is that look at how long it takes for you to go from digging the gold to bringing it to Dubai and the risk involved. And look at the total amount of benefit, the net gain to the Ghanaian who is digging the gold. It's not much. I've been there, we've seen them. So what I'm saying is it's not, the variant is not that big in terms of quality of life to the person.
Cocoa used to be our highest earner in terms of cash crops. People are taking down their farms now.
Absolutely.
So if you tell me that there's much more productivity in agriculture than gold, that will be contested.
No, it's not. Let me prove to you why.
I'll give you a chance, by the way, and I'll come to Steve. I've been to one of the concessions with the MDF boss, Hannah Bisu. In fact, some of these guys were wielding guns, working with the Chinese.
Absolutely, and it's understandable because the spectrum there's
cash there.
Absolutely, I know, but it's like cocaine, right? So from where you dig the gold to selling it to an illegal exporter, it's a second deal.
So that's where Goldboard comes in, isn't it?
But Goldboard has made the case worse because number one, this is what's happening. And guys, please let me explain something. Okay, so before Gold Board came in, 40% of Ghana gold is coming from small scale
sector.
60% is coming from large scale. Who are the even bigger problem? The large scale. Trust me. Now, because they don't report their 60%, they report some of their 60%, and most of their monies, most of their gold comes out of illegal mining. And let me prove that to you. When you get the gold, you're supposed to pay corporate taxes on it. You're supposed to pay royalties on it. And then when the gold goes to London bullion, you get what we call the foreign exchange credit
for it. Yeah.
Okay. And it goes to Bank of Ghana. So now this is what happens. Because they displace all the illegal mining, saying that because it wasn't mined responsibly, it doesn't go through London bullion, because if it goes through London bullion, we don't get a foreign exchange credit. So what now Sami Gyamfi, they are doing is very smart thievery. What they're doing is they've given the people on the ground licenses to go and dig the gold and bring it to us.
But not illegal miners.
Oh, Masa.
They're buying from illegal miners.
Masa. Forget illegal or not
we have
illegal.
Gold buyers. We are talking to Ghanaians. There are people that go around to buy gold.
Okay.
I'll give you the time.
Yes.
So Sami Gyamfi, they've given these guys license and saying, hey, listen, you can't sell it to anybody. You can only sell it to Gold Board.
Yes.
So it's forced the people's on the ground to sell only to Gold Board at a discount, bigger discount. They were selling at 12,000, now they're selling at 8,000.
Because the Indians
and they hate it. So now what they're doing is they will register with Sami Gyamfi. They will give Sami Gyamfi some, but most of it backdoor to the Indians and the Chinese who are buying it at premium to bring to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, to the souks. So now it's actually made this bad situation worse. And Sami Gyamfi is sitting on money saying, hey, we got the cash. No, you killing us.
Okay. I translated Steve. Okay, chip in, and then I give the time to Steve because we took time.
The mining licenses we have in Ghana are 2,400 licenses.
Yes.
Between 2012 and 2016, this is from Minerals Commission.
Yes.
The licenses that were issued were 1,402.
You know why I'm contesting that? Abu Jinapor was... No, just hold on. Abu Jinapor was in the studio with us
yesterday.
This week. Yes.
Yesterday.
A lot of them have been
3 days ago.
And we pointed him to the Joy News research on finding these data within the mining repository of the Minerals Commission. What's the source of this data you're reading to us now?
Minerals Commission. Minerals Commission. The entire license we have today is 2,423.
You have a minerals repository which is online. Anyone at all can check. So what's the source of this document? Because he also read the same thing.
It was even published by CTFM Online. This is it. So 1,402 is between 2012 and 2016.
So I'm pointing you to what our independent
but let me finish so that at least the audience will understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you see, the data ought to be sourced. I'm asking, what's the source of the data?
I am telling you, it's from Minerals Commission and even City
the Minerals Commission. The Minerals Commission is an open place, right? There's a minerals depository which gives us data clearly.
I'm saying this one is from Channel 1. Channel 1 TV.
On Joy Prime. I'm telling you, you're on Joy Prime. I'm telling you about a Joy News research we've done.
So let me tell my audience
what
I know, and you will also have to tell us the breakdown, because I have the breakdown here.
Right.
So tell us the breakdown right now, so that at least we trust that indeed.
And I've given you a number. You've done over 2,000.
2,400. The entire. I'm saying that the entire licenses we have in this country today is 2,423.
Yes, you issued over 2,000.
It is not true.
Okay, right.
Because between 2012 and 2016, 1,402 were issued. Between 2017 and 2024, 1,014 were issued. So the licenses that are valid today are 984.
Okay, so that's your point.
This is the fact.
We've done our research,
so
independent
put it out.
At Joy News, and in 2019 and 2024, we had the highest surge in issuance of licenses. You've done over 2,000.
I want you to tell us between 2012 and 2016 how many licenses were issued.
Yes, it's online. You can just get that.
No, you can't tell us that.
And I'll read that to you. I'll read that to you in a few. Yes, and I'm telling you.
Let the producers also point it.
I can even fetch that from my phone for you right now. Yes, it's fine.
At least we know
you get that. So I'll get that. Steve, just start your point. Then I'll Google that and give you what we have at Joy News. Yes.
Okay.
No, you have it here.
Yes, I looked that up a couple of hours ago. Yes, I'm doing that for you.
My brother, if I'm the president today, I will issue state of an emergency.
Which we don't need.
Immediately. Then I will crack the whip on my appointees.
Okay, just a minute. Sorry, I don't mean to be interrupting this. So this is our source here at Joy News, and we're taking this from the Ghana Mining Repository. That's why I was asking you about your source.
Yes.
Total licenses issued 1998 to 2005, you have 2,250 per the repository, right? Now, here's the breakdown. Between 1988 to 2008, we had a total of 40 small-scale mining licenses. 2009 to 2016, 59. That's where we left off in 2016. And 2017 to 2025, which includes the 2 terms of President Akufo-Addo, 2,151. That's why I'm giving you the source.
The minister was in your studios 3 days ago.
I did that interview. I did that interview, and I'm telling you that our source is the Ghana Mining Repository. I'm pointing you to the source of our data.
It's not true.
Yes, but I'm pointing you to. You asked me for the source. I'm just giving you the source. So what's the source of the NPP's figures? That's all I'm asking.
As a Minerals Commission.
Which department?
The CEO, which we bequeath to you,
yes,
came and sat on Asempa and mentioned all this.
Don't digress this. I'm
saying that the CEO that we bequeathed to the NDC,
the man who is still there waiting for Steve, let me just look for the source for me.
Yes,
I'll be waiting for that, Steve. Yes.
Our water bodies, our rivers, should be uncompromising. And I think around our water bodies issue, I will even do shoot to kill. I will not be afraid to do shoot to kill anybody mining on our water bodies. That is the only language we Ghanaians we will understand.
Joe Wise was bastardized in this.
And then I will sack.
Well, I'm still waiting for the source.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
I will sack any MC, any DC, any regional minister, if I have given you part of my power to help me govern the country. You are not as the head of the security. And the district, the DCs, the MC, also head of the security. They are not able to arrest and stop mining at their sectors. Government is doing their part at the national level. We've seen some serious MDs, MSC, DCs going around with the security, going around arresting, they themselves leading. If we start cracking that whip, and also we will prosecute anybody that allocates your land to any miner. Okay? Yeah. You'll be prosecuted and put to prison. So we need the judiciary. We need all arms of the security. Believe me or not, instead of doing the blame game, and the assemblymen, we have assemblymen. All right?
Steve, so basically you agree with Kofi,
yes,
right? that this thing can be solved in
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
The president has the executive
power. But I want us to also appreciate that.
Yeah.
It will take more than government to stop the galamsey.
Why do you believe?
We have to be part. If I have my land, if we are prosecuting landowners, the family land that are given, then also we can go further. If you even for the fact that the cocoa is yours, you cannot get up and cut it down. Yes, you cannot go to prison for distracting your own but there can be dialogue with why you want to destroy your cocoa. Yeah. Where government buys from you.
Here's the thing. When you shake off responsibility.
Yes.
When a regime changes.
Yes.
On illegal mining.
Yes.
That we say is not acceptable.
But we have a very good president who knows what he's doing. He's saying that declaring state of an emergency is not the last option. So let's wait and see what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will implement, because he has said that state of an emergency is not the last option.
It should be the last.
He hasn't got. Result. He's only 8 months old. Okay.
8 months. He has come to inherit. You know how many people who have died?
I know that, but I'm saying it's not the president family or himself that is doing that. Government official, previous and current.
That's why we voted. That's why we voted for him. Steve,
yes,
do you understand? He's doing what?
I am in control.
In 9 months, control what control? In 9 months, if you haven't.
He's done a lot. In 9 months, the president has done a lot.
Listen, if I had the power to fire the president, he would have been gone.
Yes, I'm saying in 9. I understand.
my gosh.
One day,
he has failed.
When I
President
become president,
Mahama,
I'll bring you.
You have
and
failed.
That
Just as
and see how. If I become a president, I'll call you.
But he wants to be president.
Ghanaians will never vote for you like this.
I'm saying if
ask these women who are getting ready to have beautiful children, if they would want their children to grow up and meddle in the waters that because
everybody
of
knows that illegal mining is not good, but I'm saying that Ghana
President
benefits
Mahama,
from the mining, but not illegal mining.
See, but this is the problem.
My brother, this country cannot live without mining.
Okay. Are you
illegal mining is the problem.
Right, gentlemen, let's do this.
I really want to say, I really want to address one thing.
They are destroying the water bodies, but we have competent, well-structured mining, environmentally safe mining companies in this country. I want my brother to know that for the fact that people are selling tomatoes doesn't mean that one rod of tomato spoils all the tomatoes.
Okay.
And this country needs the revenue from the mining company.
My brother.
And Sami Jefi, when he's talking about Sami Jefi, that outfit has restructured
Gold board.
Gold board, yes. Has
They've
restructured.
Criminalized.
No, that is how you see
let him land. I'll give you the time. Kofi, just let him land.
Yes.
Gold border.
Yeah. I want us to understand every government have their style of handling issues and their priorities. When MPP, when it says...
Yeah, you're speaking to the gold board.
Yes, about the gold board.
Yeah.
Today, people, you have to be registered. There are people that buy the gold. There are unofficial people, I mean the old school. There are even individuals that they go and buy, they just go around and buy gold anywhere instead of putting their money in the bank, they go around and buy. Oh, so now they are trying to put a database. You have to be registered, well-structured. At least we know how the gold board has been able to help us, reduce it was part of it that the dollar rate went down. Okay, it's benefited.
Let me ask you a question. If I'm an illegal miner, and I go and dig illegally, I get my gold and give it to gold board, will you be able to tell the difference?
Gold board doesn't buy gold from them. That's why the gold buyers, they are registering them. They buy from the
aggregators.
Yes, Gold board doesn't buy gold from anybody on the street. They don't
you
do
didn't
that.
answer his question.
That is, I've answered it.
No, but how will you? How
do you know?
Yeah, how do you know it's an illegal gold?
Illegal gold. What I'm saying is that it is not the prerogative of the gold board to be. Let me answer.
Okay.
People are registered. It's just like you go and register.
Yeah, you mean it's not Sami Jefi's business to know?
I'm saying that
if it's
they buy from the gold dealers, from those who buy. They buy directly from maybe somebody who has left the north, has gone to Obuasi, has gone to dig under a tree. They sell their gold to people that go around and buy.
Right.
It's just like banks. You have people doing microfinance that are illegally in the communities. Our fathers grew up, our mothers would take our cloth, go and give them their money lenders. So as we have the microfinance and then have the banks. I am saying this is Ghana. This is not abroad that you can put database on everybody all the way down. Are you getting me? Yeah. And some people are no married women. Instead of going to the market to trade, they are in the villages there. They will when they sell their body and banchi, they will go and buy gold and keep it.
Right.
So either as an investment, and during hard time, a petty gold dealer will buy.
So your point is there's difficulty in getting the data.
So right now, the outfit, the gold bond is gradually will get to know that, this gold dealer is in Obuasi. He has registered. His shop is number B2.
Right.
He's a gold dealer. Then they will get the data from them that we bought the gold from, we buy it from the illegal miners.
All right.
Miners. Are you getting me?
I get the point.
All I'm trying to tell my brother that, yes, on paper you can say, well, but once you are sitting on it, yes, you are the president, but there are thieves. There are thieves every day. Don't we have policemen? And stealing people with pens, steal more than even those that use guns.
Okay.
So there will be, you have said in America, they say no U-turn, but when you make the U-turn, you don't just go to prison, you pay. And they attach it to your driver's license that if you overspeed.
Okay.
Yes, but that structure,
you both have been in the US, so it's fine.
The point that I wanted to make to Ghanaians is...
Briefly, so I can
briefly,
keep it.
This idea that Ghana cannot live without gold is wrong, and it's not true. They have created this narrative for us to believe in their justification to kill us from the gold. Cassava alone, we can make more than enough in foreign exchange reserves from sorbitol, from ethanol, and from pharmaceuticals, from cassava and other things. So, and the cycle for cassava is 6 months. So in a year, and it's renewable. Renewable in the sense that you plant cassava, you harvest, all you have to do is just plant again. You don't destroy the land. But gold has such a huge toll. And the sad reality is the people who are doing the digging, who are dying in these pits, are not even getting the quality of life. If you would go to the villages to see how they live, some of them live in huts.
I agree on that. But
you with me? So it's not the argument that President Mahama made, which was a very weak argument that, at least we're getting something out of the gold, or at least we're benefiting. So
yes,
like a
yes.
Brother, but what I'm saying is
that's a responsible president. He's being real. Some areas you must mind. You can't say, look, some areas are good for the cassava, some areas are good for the yam, some areas are good for corn. The Ghana, there are some places you must mind.
Agriculture.
You cannot say Obuasi they should shut up. Me as Santina
and then get back. Yes, there's a gentleman there. And please be brief with the points. We don't have all the time here for today. Yeah.
My name is Yankee Padmore, and a writer and a student of the University of Ghana.
Hello, Yankee.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I would like to say this personally to Honorable Kofi Quantin, because all what he is actually speaking is a theory aspect. It's not being practical. Myself, I'm a native of Chichere, a town at Takonsheim constituency, and I know how Galamsey is going on in my area. Gone where it is, we were in the same country where Galamsey where issues were highly, almost every day it was out in the news. We were hearing Galamsey each and every day. The matter was still the same. When you come to where I'm coming from, everyone wants to cut away the cocoa trees and then use the land for Galamsey because there's money in it. And one thing we must look for is that Galamsey.
So in your village, if we give cassava and gold, they will choose the gold and leave the cassava.
When I'm speaking the fact, they will choose the gold over the cassava. Because the money we get from the gold is not the one we get from cassava. And we must say the truth to ourselves as a nation. When we want to progress, we shouldn't. We shouldn't tackle Galamsey issue as we shouldn't politicize it.
Thank you.
Because politicizing it will not bring solution to the issue. But let me recommend the government. The government is really working so hard. When you come to my place, our former MP was Honorable Meokrika, the Deputy Minister for Natural Resources. He did nothing. Absolutely, I can say it with record and fact that the reason why we throwed him out was because of Galamsey. He was bringing in people from the northern region. Allegedly. Yes, allegedly.
Right, okay.
Allegedly.
That's not even correct. But in fact, he's refuted that. In fact, I recall there was an issue in-house here where he wrote through his lawyers that he's not been in connection with any of these things.
All right. But
so I prefer we move on.
Okay, yeah.
This is a perception that you use to throw him away.
As I'm speaking, like I've gotten the opportunity, so I want to say something for my people out there.
People, right,
yes. So it was like when this government came, even the chiefs themselves are now more than policemen in terms of Galamsey.
Good.
Because we are all putting in much effort to combat it and combat it for all. Yes. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay, great. Let's give the opportunity to those who've not spoken. And so the ladies in front, and then we'll come to you. Yes, I'll come to you, Bright. I'll come to you as well. Yes,
so
but brief with the point. Yes.
My name is Fati Amadou.
Yes, hi.
And I want to disagree with the fact that he said we shouldn't politicize Galamsey. Okay, so successive governments have promised to put an end to Galamsey, yet they come and it still continues. Why have these pledges failed? And what must change at the policy level to make a lasting impact?
Right.
Yeah.
Great point there. Let's be brief, right? 30 seconds to you.
Yeah, so, Bless, I want to disagree with my brother here. Galamsey has got dire consequences. And when he says that in his village where he comes from, they're going to choose gold over cassava, it has to do with the mindset. Then there got to be a change of mind. The kind of things that are being told them, the importance of agribusiness and agriculture itself. I agree with Honorable Kofi Quantin on that. That there's much value in terms of we engaging in agribusiness than degrading our lands and everything. In fact, let me put this on record. The reason why the NEC is struggling to deal with this menace, and I want to still disagree with him that they've actually dealt with this thing. In fact, They have not done anything new since they came into government. Let me tell you what they've done. So since they came, they are sending military into the forest. This thing was already done by the previous governments. They are what? Please, let me just
let him land. Yes.
In fact, they've now come up with this water guard, which was also established by the previous government and didn't work. They go about. Yes.
Yeah,
no. In fact, the only difference is that it's. I think not even that. I think even the uniform, because we had ours to be yellow and they have theirs to be blue. In fact, and now they go in there, take videos or photos of the people they've arrested and they make it public. That is the only thing they've done. They've done nothing new. I don't subscribe to the.
Okay, we need to go.
Yeah, I'm coming. I don't subscribe to the emergency call, but I believe that President Mahama's posture at the media encounter is not one that is inspiring hope. It's not one that is giving us the assurance that he wants to fight it. Because when he tells us that it is okay because we are getting monies from the Galamseyers, these are people's lives being lost. The very people who are getting the effects of this Galamsey, like persons from the Konyakun area. In fact, around the neighborhood, they don't even engage in that. The people from Yen Suro in the eastern region, they are the ones engaging in this, and people are suffering for the effects. Just because we are getting a small amount of money from that, the president tells us that it is okay. And I think that is a very bad statement from the president. We need to be sincere with ourselves, and we shouldn't be disingenuous with this kind of communication.
I'm going to apologize to all of you, the rest of you. We don't have time, so we have to move on. So let's wrap up. As you wrap up, probably you can give your impression of the president's speech at the UNGA. You said you have your data now?
Yes.
Be brief about it, because we have to wrap up.
You challenge me.
Yeah, we have to wrap up.
That data that I have provided is not correct.
We don't have too much time, so yeah.
I have in my hand myjoyonline.com.
Yes, that's where I'm
and it is October 8, 2024.
Right.
More small-scale mining licenses were issued under Mahama, Minerals Commission CEO. Now, he goes down there to give you details every year.
That's what I'm holding. I'm also holding.
This is what I have.
I'm also holding.
This is what I have.
What date is yours?
So mine is October 8, 2024.
I'm giving you October 16, 2024.
Okay. I'm saying that October 8, 2024.
And I'm giving you October 16, 2024.
So let me read so that the audience will understand
I'm giving you the latest. Updated. So if you are using an iOS 5, I'm using an iOS 6.
That update cannot really change anything here. I'm saying that I'm using my Joy Online.
I'm using the same my Joy Online.
Listen,
giving you
I
an
told you
updated
City
version.
FM Online reported and they said no.
I work in the Joy newsroom. I work in the Joy newsroom.
I'm saying that.
I'm giving you a story that we've done
the stories
ourselves.
that you have here is not correct.
The date you tell you
the story.
The
and I'm
date
giving you October 16, my friend.
From the same source.
and I'm giving you an updated
the same
version.
source.
So, let's just go down, because what I have here.
No, my brother.
No.
Okay, we need to move on. Just make your concluding statements. Let me give the opportunity to them.
I'll use my time to do that.
We don't have time.
According to what I have on my Joy Online.
As at October.
I'm coming. 2012, 322 were issued. 2013, 283 were issued. 2014, 105 were issued. 2015, 321 were issued. 2016, 7 were issued. 2018, nil. We didn't issue any license.
We need to go.
2020, 621. And when you check,
even if you compare those figures, you are still giving way more than any other regime.
That is not true. You said 59. You said the entire and I'm telling you that this is on my Joy Online.
Yes, you're keeping.
And they are telling us
we are not on
in
campaign
2023, in 2012,
we are not on campaign platform.
No, in 2012,
I'm giving you an updated story from the Ghana Mining Repository.
On your updated one, in 2012. How many were issued?
No, but I'm telling you that even collectively,
from my
between
Joy Online.
2009 and 2016, a total of 59.
So I'm saying that on my Joy Online, 2012.
Which date? October what? There's a date to every story. October 8, and I'm giving you October 16.
October 16.
So, and it changed to 59.
Oh my goodness, I'm giving you data.
So Joy Online did an error.
No, it could be. It could be an updated story.
But, and they didn't pull down
But I'm giving you an updated story.
This is that's why they did it.
October 16.
Even
Oh my goodness, I'm giving you an updated story.
How can the updated story?
Yes.
So why didn't you pull this story?
Why should we pull it down? Because there's a source to the story. There's a source to this story as well. I'm giving you an updated version. Anyway,
within 2 days, this data has changed from 322 to 0.
Steve, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. I'm giving you an updated version.
Our
President,
we'll continue later. John Dramani Mahama at the UN. I've always said in this country that we are blessed having such a person as our president.
You have
see,
a party.
The day an election is over, there's a country to run. It's either you choose your political party to support the winner to govern the country very well, or you become a devil.
Willfully.
Are you getting me? And disrupt where he's going. Are you getting me? We have chosen as an NLC to support the NDC deliver. If you go to the police, if you go to buy fuel, they don't say NDC, MPP, whatever good thing, it affects all of us. This president, and whether you like it or not, some people are better than others. As a human being, he has stayed outside the country. If somebody is doing better, you must support them. It's not about you. And now think that he given the opportunity to be a president, and where I come from, he has opened the door for us. He has positioned this country, not only locally, internationally. If you listen to John Dramani Mohammed's speech at the UN, he was very brave. He was very straightforward, and he spoke as a statesman, and he spoke for not only for the whole Africa. He made the superpower countries that look, if you don't respect us, you deporting us, we have to go. But you come for our resources.
The COVID-19.
I'm saying that.
Admitting that COVID-19 ravaged our economy.
No, that's your government. Your government pointed you didn't do rules for COVID-19.
But initially,
you did planting votes on the COVID-19.
So my takeaway, my takeaway from the speech, that which really got me was the fact that he pointed to Benjamin Netanyahu that he had killed people in Gaza, the Palestinians. And I thought he was very hypocritical. And the reason I thought Mr. Mahama was very hypocritical is this. See, Benjamin Netanyahu killed Palestinians for a Jewish state.
And which is unacceptable.
I'm not saying it is.
Good.
That is evil. You agree with me?
Thank you.
But for Mr. Mahama to be killing Ghanaians in his own state, it's worse.
That is the MPP started killing them because we inherited.
Oh, I know, and that's why. But you see my point. My point. No. I'm done. My point is it takes an evil person to kill a different group of people for his state. Mr. Mahama is killing his own people.
Okay. All right. Grateful to all of you for joining us here on Prime Insight. It's been an exciting one. Unfortunately, that's all time will allow us. We'll see you again here on the show. I'm Blessed Sogah. We can connect on social media, on X, Blessed Sogah. And of course, you can also send your comments through. Unfortunately, we were not able to take any of them today. We'll do that next week. Thank you for your time. Grateful to Kofi Kranti.